Good afternoon. How are we today? We're back here with our pack of cards, and I'm in a particularly loving mood today, and I thought that we could ask a couple of questions about our love life. So, wherever you are in your life now, whatever your situation is, if you're on your own, maybe with somebody, maybe you want to be with somebody, you have questions about it, maybe you have a dream character in your mind to connect with, whatever it is, we can now ask our wonderful cards about the message for our love life. So basically how the cards can help you to understand what's going on, how maybe you can move on, what is the current trend. So just think about maybe a person in your life. It can be somebody that you already have now, maybe it's somebody from the future or somebody from the past. So it's a love relationship question, and I'm gonna take out intuitively 3 cards that will help us to answer that question. So you, depending on which card you choose, you will get some guidance or a message today. All right, so let me just tune in, and first of all I'm going to ask the cards to please connect with our energy and the energy of the listeners to help them achieve some resolution, some clarity on a situation, some guidance. Let it be precise, clear, helpful. Okay? Right, now I'm going to intuitively pick up 3 cards. Let me shuffle it a bit. I really like playing those games because I like training my own intuition, and I don't like cheating. So whenever I play an intuitive game, 100% make sure that I don't look and I don't see, because otherwise it's just no fun. So, right, this one jumped at me. So, okay. Number 2, gonna be this one. And I think this one came out. So we're gonna look into this. Gonna be our 3rd card for today, love relationship guidance. So let's have a look now deeper into the cards. So here we have 3 cards that we've chosen. This is the first one. Just sense the energy. How do you feel? Is it your card? Do you feel attracted to it? Is this the one for you? Card number 2, what do you sense? Is this the answer? Can this card help you with your question? Card number 3, maybe this card is drawing you. What do you sense? What energy is coming from it? Now let's open the first card, called the Squire. Very, very interesting. Let's have a look. Okay, so the first thing I see in this card is that you're battling something. So there is a certain battle going on, and it's somewhere over here, and you're not sure exactly how to fight it or how to conquer it, whether to go forward or whether to step back. Perhaps it almost feels like an inner sort of battle, perhaps that you are struggling with your own sense of worth or sense of trust, maybe towards people, maybe towards somebody. I almost feel like this is the energy of fear here on the right somewhere, and that you or an aspect of you is battling that energy and thinking, okay, can I conquer the fear? Can I go over it and then continue to have my relationships in life and have the joy of life? Or will I allow it to take over me? Will it be stronger than me? So it's very interesting, and this man here has quite a puzzled face, and maybe he's not even sure what he's fighting. Maybe that thing that he's fighting doesn't even exist, but somehow he's in this trend of fighting. Maybe he's been taught that he needs to conquer or fight or go over something, and there is this conflict keeps going and going and going. So yeah, very interesting. And I like the way this man is dressed, this wonderful red pants and red shoes. So he's quite confident, he's quite colorful, his demeanor in the way that he appears to the world. And I like this costume and nice auburn hair that he's got. So maybe would be a message for you to think about, so what is this energy that you're having a little bit of a battle? It can be something different. For one person is one thing, for you another thing, but what is this invisible thing? Does it really exist? Does it really bother you? Do you really should consider it in this situation, in this relationship? And I can see that there are beings here looking after you and guarding you in this situation, and maybe it's like a relative or a friend who's giving you good advice and saying, oh, are you sure you need to do it? Are you sure you want to go forward with it? And there are two of them. And this one is more kind of kinder, a little bit like a mother kind of energy, but a very sweet, soft mother who is just there by your side. And this is more maybe masculine energy, a stronger one, who's just there. He's not really talking, but he's there and protecting you with his presence. And can you see how much armor there is here below? So you've dropped a lot of armor already. You became already more trusting. You already opened up a lot, and this is a very good achievement. Maybe you don't need to be that knight in armor in a relationship. Maybe you can open up and allow things and sometimes be vulnerable. And maybe whatever you're going through is okay, and it's a certain process, it's a moment, and you can celebrate it and understand that this struggle, whatever it is a part of your journey, and one day it will end, and one day perhaps you will be that man sitting under the tree and just resting and just ripening the fruit that you've grown in your life. But so far, this is the process. This is the you and something else which is being in a little bit of a conflict at the moment. And maybe try and zoom out and see the fun in this situation, and know that regardless of how much fight is going on, there is always those beings to support you. This on the background, everything is okay. This is just a temporary situation that will resolve, it will get better, but ultimately you are okay, you're fine. And now we will look at our second card, see what we've chosen here. Oh, fairyland, not fairyland, but fairyland. I can see lots of things going on here, and I think you can see it too and feel it now from this card. So, oh my god, there is a catastrophe going on. Something is dropping, like the world as we know it is dropping. The picture that you knew before is fading into abyss with the speed of light. And you or an aspect of you sitting there and just watching this whole thing going on, wherever it is going. The world as you knew it, the situation as you knew it, maybe the relationship that you knew before is changing. And it's changing dramatically, and it's changing very fast. And wherever there have been trees here, and somewhere now there is sunlight and sometimes a little bit of fire energy. And here there is blue energy on this side, and some sort of a mountains also in the distance. So what happened? What happened to the world that you're used to? This is just unfolding on its own and feels like you can't do anything about it. It's changing and that's it. And it might create a little bit of tormenting feeling inside of you. And you might be wanting to hold on to the old things, to the world that you're used to, because that was very pretty and that was comfortable and convenient, but you can't help it. It's almost like the natural powers are bringing you to another level, to another gap. There is a gaping hole happening now in your life, and you're just watching it, and you're not even participating much into it. It's just changing by itself. So maybe it's a change in the relationship. Maybe you were perceiving the person one way, but now you're beginning to perceive them differently. Maybe there are new energies in your relationship which are driving you away from each other, or maybe somebody else is appearing in your life who is driving you more. These are just general things that are coming to me that could be related to that. You have to see it for yourself, and you have to just tap into what aspect of yourself is this connected to. And there is a pool of energy here. It's water, but it's kind of very murky water, and there are lots of stones, almost like teeth, around this pool. And maybe this is the water where you could be looking for answers, but at the moment it's not very clear, this water. So maybe it's hard to find the answers now, and maybe you shouldn't go very far to look for answers. Maybe you'd better just sit and observe, let it unfold. Don't participate too much. Let whatever needs to regrow, stop growing, grow again, needs to happen. And perhaps there will be a better world. Perhaps there will be something that you will enjoy even more. But I'm with you at this moment. If you feel you need support, I'm giving you support, because this is not easy to see something like that unfolding. It's almost like there is a gap. Yes, there is a division between the old energy and the new energy, whichever way you look at it, but there is definitely this dividing line which is happening at the moment. And I feel that the message is, whatever is happening in your relationship or in that side of your world, let it go, let it unfold, let it go through it. Don't question it, don't go too deep into it or fight it too much. Let nature take its course. Nature knows what it's doing. It will bring you the right person. It will bring you the right feeling. It will connect you to who you need to be connected to. Just trust, sit on a stone like this young man over here, and let it show you where you are heading next. Okay, and now card number 3. Very interesting. Ooh, look at the cards today. They all have a very kind of powerful and quite tormenting energy about them, don't they? Let's have a look. Wow, another card, another tormenting energy. Look at that. All 3 cards today, they have some sort of fight or change or transformation in them. So depending how we read them, so there is a storm going on in this relationship. I don't know which one it is, but there is a stormy weather, and you're trying to save it, and you're trying to hold on to it, and not just you but other people too. So you're doing the best to keep on the waves and not collapse, and to hold on tight to the ship, which is actually quite a big ship, and it's quite a good one, and you've been building it for a while, and you've been blowing air into those sails so to keep it going. So it's a beautiful creation. It's this purple sails in this ship, and I feel that the message is, no matter how many waters are trying to overthrow this ship, it will hold, it will be strong, and keep going, keep protecting your love or the feeling that you have in your life, whatever you've created, because you will win. And there's a lot of help. There are lots of people, there are sailors there. It's difficult at the moment, very stormy. But look, this man is very wise who is here. He will know how to rear this ship. He will know how to get it to the shore. It will get there. Have the trust. It's a strong ship. It's made very nicely. So all these waters eventually will come down, as everything in this life comes down. You don't have to worry about that. And you've got the anchor. It's here, even coming out of the card. And the anchor will help you to put your ship to a safe haven. And there are birds around as well. The birds as well, they're a little bit worried, but they know it will be okay. They're helping, I feel. They're kind of whispering messages, the guidance. So maybe this is some, again, friends or some guiding people in your life who are helping that flow of energy wherever you're heading in your relationship. This flow is being helped by these birds, by the guides, and this huge moon in the back. This is amazing. Just feel that even if there are difficulties now, even if there are troubles, it will be okay, because the water will come down. But keep protecting your ship, keep protecting the people on it, those involved into that relationship. And that love will survive. That feeling that you've been growing for I don't know how long, maybe for years, maybe for months, maybe it just appeared, it will be manifested for sure, and it will be safer in the end. And look, there are flags symbolizing your love. So your love is quite powerful. You know, you've got lots of symbology going on here. The message was, hold on to your love no matter what. And trust the sails, trust the birds, trust the sailmen here. They will bring it there. This is your feeling of love, and it will make your love survive. Wow. This is very interesting, very funny, to be honest. These were the cards I least expected to come out on the love question, because I thought it's going to be all fairy tales and miracles and wonders. That's at least what it is in my head. But hands are hands and intuition is intuition, and these were the cards that called me. And with one card, with the middle one, I did feel a strange sensation when I picked it up, but again, my intuition told me no, pick it up despite that feeling, and there's something we can learn from it. So yes, very interesting. So this one I think is the most kind of a superficial, in a nice way card, so it doesn't go that deep and tormenting. There's not so much going on. It's a more peaceful background, but this is more inner work, inner struggle. So this is something I feel that you perhaps are battling in your life, something invisible, and it's probably a feeling. Maybe it's an experience of the past. Maybe it's something which once stopped you. Once maybe somebody was not nice to you, maybe they did something to you, maybe some abuse, and you felt like, oh, and maybe that created fear, or fear of moving on, of trusting people, trusting partners. So I feel like you can go through this. It's not a particular message of what to do with it. It's more kind of a keep doing it, but in the end there will be peace. You know, in the end, know that the ending result will be a peaceful sensation with the horses, with the man resting, and you've already done a good work of releasing the armor. So the armor is already there. You don't have to hold it. This is great. This is beautiful. And just sometimes wonder whether this feeling that you're getting, is it real? The dark feeling, the tormenting feeling, fear, worry, or lack of trust. Is it real, or maybe it's not there? Maybe something that you're fighting or trying to contract, maybe it's not there. Maybe it was your imagination, an illusion that this became real in your life. And maybe once you see that, maybe there is sunshine here, maybe there is a fairy here or a flower. So I almost feel like, let's not bother this man too much. Let him go through whatever he needs to go. It feels like there's a lesson there. It's an important learning, this separation between the light and the dark energy. But eventually it's a resting time, and just know that you always got to support the horses. Particularly this horse, you probably can't see from here, but she's looking, and with a very kind and very clever, wise eye at this man. So you're getting help for sure, whether it's your relatives or parents in this life, or up there, you know, guardians, spirit guides from there, doesn't matter, but there is some sort of a help. And the situation will be over. Just keep learning whatever needs to be learned. Okay, so what was the next one? Fairyland. When I opened it, I thought, oh my god, what am I gonna sense about this picture now? But actually, this makes sense, and I feel that it's very applicable to where we are now in the world. I instantly got this connection to the situation now. Everything is breaking. Wherever we look, everything is changing. So the picture, the nice fairy tale picture that we once had, is fading. It's disappearing, and it might be a bit uncomfortable to see that disappearing. Including myself, I feel very uncomfortable at the usual things that I'm used to and I like every day. I like going out, I like having cups of tea in restaurants, you know, I like meeting people, I love friendliness, I love hugs, I love physical touch. It's all the things that I love. So if I see something like that deteriorating in front of me, I become sad. So I feel that that's how this little being here feels. So maybe in terms of the relationship, it means a change, a big change. We don't know, positive, negative, I'm not going to make predictions on that, but it's definitely a change. Something that you've been used to is just reinventing itself in front of your eyes. And we just have to sit and wait, and sit on that stone and wait and let this pass, hopefully. But it's a massive change, because on this picture it also touches the air and the sky. It's not just a little bit of a change on the planet or somewhere in one part. It's a massive change. And just hold on. That's what I feel from this card. Hold on, look, don't kind of judge or interfere too much into it. Watch it unfold and let's see what happens later. That's it. Fairyland. Sorry about that. That's what came. And the magic shape, well, interesting. I feel mostly drawn, I think, to this card. And it's kind of a double meaning here. And when I first looked at it, I was like, oh my god, another storm. But then energetically, it didn't feel like that. When I started connecting through my heart and the energy, it felt more like, we will break through, we will get through this. And it feels like wherever you are in your situation or in your relationship, you've built a very steady energy there. You've built a very good ship. Look how nice it is. It's wooden. Look how nicely it's done. It's got everything. It's got the sails, it's got the flags, it's got the people. They're a team. And this man in front, he looks confident. He looks like he knows what he's doing. So trust that. Trust that the foundation that you've built in your relationship is gonna hold through everything, through whatever is going on, because this is only temporary. This water, you know, the way the sea is like, it goes into the storm, it comes down, goes into the storm, it comes down, a bit like ourselves. So eventually it will come down and you will sail, you will find the shore, and you will use the anchor. So I feel like just trust what you've created, trust your love, trust your relationship, trust the basis of the relationship, and let, regardless of whatever is happening on the outside world, let this be the foundation. And then this will help the ship to move easily into the future. All right, very interesting, isn't it? How interesting. I'm learning a lot from it as well. And this feels very applicable to the time now, doesn't it? Because I feel that many relationships can be a little bit compromised by this situation, because especially people stuck together at home, depending which home, but whatever it is, it can be a challenge, it can be a problem when people can't, you know, release their energy. They can't go to the pub and get drunk, you know, they can't go and talk to their friends as much as they used to, you know, really, I mean, realistically, physically, like we like doing it, and we can't do as many things as freely. This can create some tensions within our internal communication in the relationship area. So maybe I'm just find a way to release your emotions. So maybe rather than releasing it into the other person, which feels like the right moment, usually feels like, oh, maybe try and find an outlet, do some physical exercises, yoga, breathing, you know, just shaking the body. I find that helps a lot. I'm just going into the shaking mode, and then the body releases these particles, because imagine how much stuff we keep in. Nobody really talks about it much. Usually, you know, we talk about going to the bathroom every day, going to the shower every day, cleaning and that sort of level. But what about emotions? What about the energies that we meet every day? Sometimes they get into us, and if we are these kind of people that we don't want too much to give it to others, we don't want negativity to spread, you know, we start to keep it in ourselves and start to grow these feelings inside. So releasing is a good idea. Exercise, I'm getting physical energies, exercise more like yoga, and just intuitively moving your body and just stretching, shaking and breathing all together in that sequence can help to release those energies. And then once you meet with your loved one again, then the energy kind of begins to flow better, because you've had the chance to maintain your own frequency very well. So it's a good learning process. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, how you felt, which card you felt connected with, your impressions. If it resonates, you know, I'm very open and I'm interested to know how it felt. Maybe we can compare, you know, and see what parallels we created. And sending you lots of love and lots of love in your relationship, whether it's happened, happens, or will happen. Thank you.